So I just wanted to give you a few pointers on getting access to a theme and some options. I will give you the disclaimer that I don't know how you got in a position where you were missing a macro or you needed to restore a macro from a newer version of FusionAuth. So I'm going to give you a lot of context, and some of it may not apply and some may be useful. So if you had a situation in which you wanted to if you lost a theme and it was because of an upgrade, I'll start there. FusionAuth has an upgrade process for managing changes to theming as you upgrade from like a previous version to a newer version. And so we have this in our documentation under our theming. And so I can send you this link. But when you do an upgrade and you're missing things, we'll send you messaging around what needs to change in your theme to make sure that the newer version that you've upgraded to has everything it needs to properly render a page. And so, for instance, in a newer version, we might add pages for a self-service account or for another forgot password flow or something else, right? And we'll give you some messaging to help you realize that you need to make changes or changes to your theme to account for that upgrade, to account for that additional functionality. So if this was the result of an upgrade, we do have documentation, which I will link in the Slack. And this is what it might look like. And you can certainly use the admin UI to start to think about an upgrade process, and it will give you in-app messaging to help you navigate the theme upgrade. If you were just asking, how do I get access to helpers.ftl, and I want to get it from the latest version of FusionAuth, you have a couple options there. We don't currently release that source file as part of a GitHub repo because it's part of the FusionAuth app, and the FusionAuth app is not open sourced. But you can still access this. One of the quickest ways you could potentially do that would be just to go to fusionauth.io and then go to downloads here under developers tab, a little drop down, and then you could just download like the Docker image, pull up FusionAuth, and that's what I'm running here. I'm running a Docker image of the latest version, 1.381. And then you can go into customizations, themes, and you could click on helpers, and this will have a crystal clear, pristine version of the helpers file. You could just Control A, and you could grab this entire file and use it how you needed to. Another option to get access to theming is to use our theme API. And so if you go to our documentation site, which is where I'm at, you go under APIs, you go into themes, you can click retrieve a theme, and will describe how to get that theme. I have this pulled up here. You can see I've called the theme API using a REST client using Insomnia. It just does an API call to my Docker image running FusionAuth, and it's going to pull down all the theming, all the templates, everything that I've built. So you could potentially access theme-related items through our APIs. So really two options there to quickly access that. What you did, which is to download the resource bundle under packages, under direct downloads, getting that zip is certainly an option, and then expanding that zip and looking for that file. If you just wanted a quicker way to access the same information, my recommendation would be to either have a stage or a dev that's running a later version of FusionAuth, and you just go into the admin UI or use the API to grab that information. Or like I said, if you wanted a faster, even faster way than expanding a zip file, you could just simply run the Docker script here, hit enter, do Docker compose up, and it will start a really vanilla version of FusionAuth. You can make like basically a dummy user and access the theme information from the admin UI. So hopefully this addresses what you're trying to get to. How do I get to this file quickly? Those are two ways you could do it. API, Docker image, or standing up a stage or dev and accessing it through the admin UI. If this was also related to an upgrade process, like I said, I will link our upgrade theme documentation and in general what you're going to see is upgrade messaging like this, and a little bit of a helper workflow to help you upgrade your theme in a newer version. Always good idea to test any upgrades in an advanced lower environment before upgrading production so that you don't inadvertently break production. So let us know if you have any other questions. Happy to assist in any way that we can. Thanks.